Hi there BookTube, this is Emma from Emma's Bookish Lifestyle, and today is one of several videos I'm hoping to post up this week for you, and it is a book haul. The first book that I have to show you, I'm just going to jump right in, is from Tinder Press, and I requested it from the publisher for review. It's called The House of Birds by Morgan McCarthy. And I just fell in love with the sort of the vintage look and feel of it, and the beautiful kind of oriental wallpaper that seemed to be on the wall. But basically the premise of this book is a young lady called Kate inherits a property in Oxford, which is not far from where I live, probably about 40 minutes drive, and her partner Oliver agrees with her to do it up, refurbish it and sell it on. It seems to be linked to a family secret that's not really kind of elicited to in the premise on the back of the book, but obviously looks to be like a big family drama. And as he is refurbishing, he comes across the identity of a lady called Sophia, and basically follows that trail and is intrigued to find out what happens and digs up the family secret. So that's The House of Birds by Morgan McCarthy. The rest of the books on this haul are books I've purchased for myself. So I used to be a heavy commuter back in my early 20s through to my early 30s, and read a lot of books on the train, and when I saw this cover, I fell in love with it instantly. Although obviously, I think it's been shown on BookTube before. I thought I'd show it again. It's by Jean-Pierre. Oh, sorry, I do apologise. Jean-Pierre Didier Laurent, and it's The Reader on the 627. And I believe, if I'm right in thinking, but you can tell me in the comments down below if I'm wrong, because I haven't reread the premise. I just saw it and thought, yes, I've been wanting this for a while. It's on my wish list. I'm going to treat myself. I believe it's about a person reading a book on a train and meeting somebody during the course of that journey on the train. The next book I have is from Pushkin Press, and I believe is the winner of the Akutagawa prize, and this is Spring Garden, and this is by Tomoko Shibasaki. Now I'm really keen on expanding my kind of author experience outside of just British authors, and I saw this book and instantly fell in love with it and in love with the cover. It's called Spring Garden, and the premise behind it is basically a gentleman who's divorced and living with his father, called Taro, is in a tower block that basically is being slowly whittled away. So the residents are reducing, and there's less and less of them, and it's set to be demolished and torn down. And while he is residing in there, he meets somebody called Nishi, who then explains to him about the story of the sky blue house next door to the tower block. So yes, I saw this on Mr. B's Emporium and couldn't resist. So that's the next one that I bought. All my purchases, by the way, came from Mr. B's Emporium in Bath. None of this video is sponsored. This all came out of my own money, and just from books I've either seen on the website or seen through various YouTube channels. So the next one I've got is the Nakano Thrift Shop, which I can't remember which lady I saw it on. It was definitely one of the ladies' channels I saw it on, and this is by Hiromi Kawakami, and it's basically, I believe, a kind of bric-a-brac shop. The lady works in a bric-a-brac shop, and she basically falls in love in there with someone, but I don't know much more than that. The inside circle that you can see there was the hardcover version. This is now the paperback. As you can see, it's not too thick. The paperback is equally as beautiful as the hardback. What I will say is they were extremely helpful at the shop when I placed my order. They were kind enough to inform me that they were no longer stocking the hardback cover, and if that was the cover I preferred, they would take it off my order. However, if I was happy to accept that as an alternative, they would provide it, obviously, at the reduced price. This next story came from Mercy at Mercy's Bookish Musings channel. I saw this book and just had to get it. It's The Honours by Tim Clare. I used to live in Norfolk, in a little village called Taverham, just outside of Norwich, and when she said this was based around that area, I just couldn't resist. And with the premise of the book being about sort of a rural country house and the goings on there, it was a tick for me. And last but not least, so this may be one of my shortest videos ever, and I bought this again initially on a cover love, The Many Selves of Katherine North by Emma Geen. Now just look at that beautiful fox. What is it about foxes? I don't know. I find them absolutely stunning, and it got even worse a few years back when I was fortunate enough when we were driving around the Devon countryside with my mum and dad, and we saw a whole family, so a vixen and her cubs and the male all walking along a country lane. It was absolutely stunning, but sod's law, as is always the way, the minute you stop the car and try and get out to photograph them, they've gone. So let me read the synopsis on the back here. Kit has been projecting into other species for 7 years, longer than anyone else at Shencorp, longer than any of the scientists thought possible. But lately she has the feeling that when she jumps, she isn't alone. I mean, wow, that sounds amazing to me. So yeah, that's all my recent purchases. There is another book haul to follow, slightly bigger, but I might save that for a little bit later on in the week. I hope you're all having a lovely time. If you're in the UK, that you're not melting too much and that you're enjoying what little sunshine we do get here. Apologies for any glare on my glasses. As I say, I'm trying to film in natural light, and also one of the things that they say to us here is to prevent your property from getting too hot is to open all the windows and not turn the lights on. Why you would want to turn the lights on when it's this beautiful, I do not know, but there you go. Yes, so I hope you're well. Sorry to be waffling even on, and yes, I hope you're enjoying the summertime, which officially I believe started or starts tomorrow UK time, which is the 21st of June. So take care for now, and I'll speak to you soon, Butchie. Bye.